What's up folks? How are you all? Looks like you bastards haven't touched the skies for quite a long time, huh? Well, it's time for a fucking wake up call. Hang on just a little bit as I boot the system up. There we go, it should be up and running. Alright, as we know that during our hibernation, the fighting in the mainland US is still happening. Towns, cities, and several states have been successfully recaptured by the legitimate US military, but it's still quite far from over. The American top brasses have requested us to carry out a surgical strike on this region within the deserts of Nevada that those who love conspiracy theories are familiar with. Yes ladies, it's nothing else but Dreamland, aka Area 51, or officially named as Groom Lake Air Force Base. The facility had previously been overtaken by the insurgents several months ago during our hibernation. The US military alongside several other contractors has tried to recapture the installation to no fruition. Reports from reconnaissance flights above the installation and sleeper agents within the insurgent forces indicate that the rebels have also captured several prototypes of some sort of state-of-the-art directed energy weapon systems, likely to be developed by the US Air Force. The branch has yet to provide any information nor comments regarding this top-secret weaponry. But according to the sleeper agents, the weapon system has the capability to engage both surface and aerial targets at a distance where most missiles cannot reach. That is all information that we have of this gizmo that the rebels possess. Another intel that we received is that the installation is currently defended by an elite fighter squadron under the enemy's control named the 69th Fighter Squadron, or more commonly known as the Devil Squadron. They are highly trained mercenaries and it could be a difficult task to deal with them. This is why we will assign a flight dedicated especially to handle them. Airborne infantrymen and mechanized units from the US Army will also attempt to recapture the facility in unison with us. They contacted us that they will need a lift. This is why there will be also a transport flight of ours that we need to escort to Dreamland. Rumors suggest that our fellows from the 2nd United Combat Wing will be fighting alongside us for the operation, so we can likely expect reinforcements. We will be commencing the operation on Saturday, September 12, 2020 at 10 p.m. WIB/UTC +7/3 p.m. Zulu/7 a.m. PST/11 a.m. EST/4 a.m. NZDT per usual weekend operations. Mission execution. Razor 1 flight. You will be tasked to establish aerial superiority over Dreamland. Your primary objective is to take down the Devil Squadron before they could harm our transports and our strike packages. Your secondary objective is to shoot down other hostile fighters flying over the area of operations. Make sure you maxed out your aircraft's performance for air-to-air combat. Furballs could be expected since Area 51 is an extremely strategic installation, so there would be many hostile fighters defending it. Lance 1 flight. Your task will be to mop out the cloud of aerial defenses in Area 51. You are also expected to not destroy buildings nor facilities in the area that do not engage you. Remember that you will commence a surgical strike. Intel suggests that there are several Gepard high-performance AAA system, of which could be prioritized to be neutralized. Alongside with them are several Patriot long-range SAM batteries, and of course, the peculiar directed energy weapon systems. You are advised to fence in either from extremely low altitudes, less than 500 feet, to avoid the Patriot SAMs, or by flying at extremely high altitudes, more than 40,000 feet, to avoid the Gepard AAAs. Each options have their own pros and cons, and since we have no other information regarding the directed energy weapon installation in Dreamland and its extreme firing range, I could offer you no suggestions. Mover 1 flight. You are the airlift element of the operation. You will be tasked to drop infantrymen and airborne mechanized units of the US Army to assault the installation. You are advised to hug the terrain, less than 500 feet, in all portions of your flight to avoid radar detection. If you see hostile fighters around you, try as hard as possible to stay undetected. And if you do got intercepted, it will be mandatory for you to take evasive maneuvers while deploying countermeasures if required for your survival. All flights are to start from Nellis Air Force Base in Las Vegas and fly towards heading 324 degrees for 85 nautical miles. Note that we may add several other flights in case that there are many pilots that are joining the operation. We will need at least 7 pilots, excluding AWACS, to commence this operation. If the minimum pilot numbers requirement cannot be filled during D-Day, we will have to delay the operation to another date. To fill in the slots, feel free to fill in the Google Forms that is linked beneath. I hope that this operation will be able to restart our activity and strengthen our relations with other squadrons in YS flight. If you do have any questions, shoot them. And as always, good luck and good hunting.